gonna backtrack. And you should've kept my name out your mouth. As we go, how it all turned out. When you try to use my name for clout, keep on going, give me something you could talk about.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing this fine Tuesday, November 4th, 2025? It is 5:31 p.m. and woo, I have been working all day. I did just get back from Louisiana yesterday. And depending on how much of a long haul you're in for, or you're up for, I should say, there's going to be actually an update from that too. I have a vlog coming out from Louisiana. So, yeah, I've been working all day on getting some videos out. So I'm going to be doing this live stream now. And then, this one will go on for about an hour and a half. Then we're going to go from this live stream over to BJ Investigates for another, video investigation update. And that one is going to be, that's what it is. Hold on. I need to turn my lights on. It's like throwing me off. 1 second. Okay, that's better. I was like, why is it? Oh, and it's that lamp. Okay, hold on 1 second. Like I just said, I just got back from Louisiana. One more second. Okay, so I was like, why does it look so dark back there? Yeah, exactly. I see a lot of y'all asking about the Rebecca stuff. No, I haven't seen the Rebecca stuff. And to be quite frank with you, I cannot follow the Rebecca story too closely because it makes me disgusted and sick. But suffice it to say, no, I do not condone how that man over there is acting, meaning Mark Leto. Okay, so I just got back from Louisiana yesterday. I was there for a graduation. I have a little vlog coming out from that. I actually have a few vlogs coming out from that, but tonight will be the first one. But after this video that we're in right now, which is a live stream, then we're going to go to BJ Investigates. That one's going to be an update from the Demori Hadley docket. A few weeks ago, Nicki Minaj told us to look at the dockets and not get distracted. So I surely did. I surely did go look at the docket. So I have an update coming on the Demori Hadley docket immediately following this live stream. And then we'll go to the world premiere of A Squirrel is Acting Up by Gorianna music. The music video is finally here. Okay, it's coming out today. So if you just sit tight here, then we'll talk about the Nova, Soft White Underbelly, ATM, Richie, No Jumper, Tania, all that updates. We'll go to the Demori Hadley docket on BJ Investigates. We'll go to the world premiere music video on Gorianna. And then from there, we're going to go to the vlog. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing today. All right, so first things first, this live we're in right here. And that's to talk about the Nova situation. Okay, so I won't bury the lead. Actually, Nova has spoken out. She has spoken out about my video, my documentaries, and predictably, she's not particularly excited about it because, like I said before, I'm sure that she would rather in her current state of life that adults don't try to tell her what to do at this point or don't try to protect her in a way that would minimize what she perceives as her freedom. Unfortunately, like I said, this stuff comes across my algorithm. It comes across my timeline. And when it does, especially in particular when it's criminal or illegal, then it does then trigger my duty as an adult and as a person who wants to do the right thing to do something. So if you do not want me to interfere with your criminal or illegal activities, this goes for anyone. I'm not specifically claiming that any one particular person is doing criminal activities or illegal activities. However, if you are doing illegal or criminal activities and you would like for me not to intervene, then please do make sure that they don't come across my timeline. So I didn't even know that Nova was saying things about my video or my documentary. It actually came up on my cousin WIGTV's channel. So let me show y'all. This video was from 4 days ago. And this is the video where he does talk about Nova as well as ATM Richie. So I did link this video. I did link this video down below in the description box from WIGTV. Again, this is from 4 days ago, October 30th, 2025. This was the day before Halloween. And so let's just get started by reacting to this video. It's not like a pure reaction because I have seen it already before, but I did still want to go over this video with y'all.
So a lot of people are asking, where's ATM Richie? And no one could find him. A lot of people were claiming that he got unalived, but somebody spoke to his girl and she said that he's good, everything's fine. But actually she's covering for him because he's in jail.
So if you don't know who ATM Richie is, he's the one that told Nova that she better stay out the way for better days and better plays. She better not be working with the feds. She better not be working to get P4K4, whatever his name is, in trouble. All of that, right? So the guy that said that they lock women in dog cages whenever they go renegading on the blade, et cetera, this guy right here, that's ATM Richie. Now, interestingly, he had done this interview 5 years ago in 2020 on Soft White Underbelly. And then, over the past few months, he's really gotten entangled in the whole Nova situation. He's, stay out the way, better days, better plays. Okay, so that's the guy we're talking about. In my opinion, he was absolutely threatening a little girl and her mother. And that's who we're talking about here. So the person now speaking, so this is a WIGTV video, but he is kind of reacting to and playing someone else's video, and this is Damn Homie. She is the one who interviewed ATM Richie. She's the one who interviewed him, and in that video, he said, Nova better stay out the way for better days and better plays. That was on August 17th, 2025. That's when that video, from what I was able to piece together, came out. Now we are going to get a little bit into a timeline here, but I kind of wanted to base this video around reacting to this video. So we're going to still do that first. But I'm just trying to give y'all a little bit of context. So this is a WIGTV video and he's playing this Damn Homie clip and he's reacting to it, but it's very good because he has put together a bunch of clips that I think give the full context. So I did want to give him, the credit for that because he did put it all in this compilation. Also, this is the way that I ended up finding out that Nova had something to say about my videos. Okay. And I'm going to react to what Nova had to say as well as we move forward. Also, this is a reaction video.
Yes.
This is a reaction video. Okay. If you want to watch WIGTV's video itself without me yapping, I don't blame you. It's linked down below. But this video right now is not, I don't want to hear anybody talking about, stop pausing the video. Stop, shut up. Click it and get off of here. Okay, bye. I'm not saying shut up to anybody in the live chat because y'all aren't saying that. But you know how people get in the comments.
Court on the 10th. So let's see what happens.
For 136.1, I want to say parentheses A, dissuading or persuading a witness, intimidating the girl from coming to court, man. It's
Who's
like
the girl?
this, no.
Okay, so as you can see, I'm going to zoom in here. It says ATM Richie in jail for threatening, not spelled right, Nova. And then the title of the video from WIGTV is The Real Reason ATM Richie is in Jail. Okay, and Nova goes off on BJ. So they're saying ATM Richie is in jail. This again was news to me as of the time that I saw this video. When this video came across my algorithm, came across my timeline the first time, I was in Louisiana and I had other stuff to do. So today is the first time I've been able to get around to actually showing y'all these updates.
Over, man. It's like this. Whoever.
It was Nova?
Huh?
It was Nova for sure?
Man, for shit show. It's like the case is about her. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Man, whether it's her or the
Okay.
DA, how that shit work.
So, yet again, we're getting more speculation, more suggestion, and it's actually being given to us, the public, as if it is a fact that, sorry, I get distracted. That ATM Richie is not in jail for just any and every old reason. No. ATM, they're saying ATM Richie is in jail for threatening specifically Nova. Okay, so if you recall, the way Nova got brought up in this whole Hoover indictment in the first place was whack 100 and ATM Richie. So I don't know why if ATM Richie is in fact and indeed in jail, and I have a lot of court documents and different little court records and booking records and stuff that I did pull up. I'm going to do as much as I can in an hour and a half, and I'm going to show y'all what I was able to find that I haven't seen anybody else talking about online. Shout out to anybody who wants to cover this case. Y'all can react to this video. Y'all can use any of, what I pull up. That's fine. I do this because it's in the public interest. These are all public records. Some of them I did buy, some of them I did purchase, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself. So let's just kind of move forward on this video from the WIG TV. That's my cousin right there. Because like I said, again, I do want to make sure that at the very least, we do get through this video right here. And they're saying ATM Richie is in jail for threatening Nova. That's what they say, and that's what they're trying to make us believe. So let's see the evidence and see if we can get to the bottom if that's what's going on or not. But this isn't the first time that grown men are dragging this little girl's name into things. Now, I'm saying that in the way I'm saying that, people might take it some sort of way, some type of way. There is a reason why when the victim of a crime is a child, they don't tell the public their name. Okay. But if people are all out here saying that it's her anyway, then again, I mean, they're putting it in the public, and now we have to investigate. We have to look into that. We have to examine whether or not that's something that could be true or not. And that's what's being discussed here. So let's listen further.
But yeah, that's the case. But it's come to a point where shit, you got to watch what they say on the internet, man.
It been to that point. Should have been watching that.
Been to that point. Should have
You
been
snare by the
watching it.
words of your mouth. You got to pick a side. If you pushing this or that, you got to, man, he's pushing peace, but shit, you got in something, and then they say the other it went PC now, so shit,
What was the other?
What's P4?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna make it go a little faster.
Not to say judge, but shit, he might be on his transitory.
Yeah, they did say P4 went to PC, right? And
I don't
they
know what
say blood
PC
thing
is. That
down for
protective custody?
intimidating Nova. We gonna see, bro. It might be some truth to that.
Back on.
Okay, so just to the TLDR, they're saying that ATM Richie is in jail for witness intimidation and specifically intimidating Nova. Now, I have still to this day never been able to verify that Nova is a witness, a victim of any of this stuff. The only people really saying that with any type of certainty are like Whack 100 and like guys online. I have not been able to ascertain if Nova has anything to do with these cases. And in fact, and indeed, Nova and her mom have gone on various platforms and stated they are not informants, they're not involved in this investigation, etc. So I just want to be very clear. I don't know. I have not been able to confirm that Nova is in fact and indeed a witness at all in any capacity, anywhere, in any case. But they're trying to say that she's a witness. This 15-year-old is a witness against P4K, whatever his name is, Darrell Johnson, I think is his birth certificate name. So that's kind of what's being alleged here. And ATM Richie is the one that's like, she's not going to participate against it anymore. She better stay out the way for better days, better place. And I have a bunch of video clips of him, saying different things. Like if she was participating, she's not anymore. He's done said it now on at the damn homie show. He said it on No Jumper. Nova went on No Jumper and said, I'm not a snitch. I don't even know P4K. And it's like, I've already had my commentary on these things. I think it's grotesque and detestable. And I think they need to leave this little girl out of things. I don't know why on earth Adam 2216 Gray Mason thought it was a good idea to put that little girl out there like that. And I don't know why her mama thought it was a good idea to sit up there with her. Maybe they got paid money. I don't know. It just is grotesque and detestable to me, in my opinion.
you know. But it's gonna be bumping. If you went over there, then get out and be back gangbang. That's why I be on all says to do that shit. Because like I say, I came off from over there, but shit, I don't go back acting like nope.
I think you popped out, man. I ain't seen you and damn homie on the same screen in a minute, man. What's up with that?
I mean, shit, I apologize behind the scenes, but shit, I was waiting to see
But
if
that's
that
the thing, you want to publicly bash me, but then you want to apologize behind the scenes. Like, what kind of shit is that?
I mean, shit, I didn't know you didn't want that shit. I didn't know shit.
For the purposes of this video right now, I'm not going to be commenting on every little thing. There's some drama going on between like Damn Homie and these other guys. I really am not as up to speed on that, but I'll just let them, you know, say their piece. I don't have as much to comment on this. Like I said, I have more to say about the ATM Richie stuff. I have been in the booking records. I have been in the criminal records today, the court records, the booking records on the jail, and the court records on the LA court. So I'll get more into that as that comes along in the video. But I just wanted to do that disclaimer because I don't want y'all to think like, oh, you don't know what the drama is between like this person and that person. That's not the point of this video. So it really doesn't matter if you understand this part. Let's just get through it until I'm ready to comment on some of these things again.
No,
I didn't want to be bashed. No, I don't want to be bashed by somebody who I'm helping.
Shit, now I kind of know. I felt like
now
you took some sides.
Know.
Yeah, I felt like you took some sides in it a little.
But I didn't.
But like you signed.
And we've already established that. So what are you talking about? You have no problem coming at me crazy when I've done nothing but help you. But you want to? Oh, I didn't know. Like what?
She ain't taking it off of these men.
Man, that's how I do. I didn't know.
You're.
But
yeah.
What up, man?
Yeah, man. Shout out Damn Homie, man. She for the little uppy date, right? People been wondering where ATM Richie been at, bro. Been MIA, right? Whatever have you. Come to find out, he ain't got snatched up for intimidating a witness, right? Now, I ain't gonna lie, right? Few people didn't touched on these matters. I seen Nina Boy speaking on it, right? He said he didn't spoke to Nia, and of course she denying this shit and still like, bro, my baby was going to court or testifying. I would know. And
okay. So Tania is Nova's mom, as y'all know. And apparently Tania is out here saying that's not true. ATM Richie is not in jail for intimidating my daughter because I would know if my daughter was testifying against anybody. And now remember, y'all, also, ATM Richie could have just, speaking of people that could stay out the way for better days and better plays, he could have stayed right out the way because he was not indicted in this Hoover indictment. He was left out of it. And then he's out here saying nobody better testify against PK4, P4K, whatever his name is. Nobody better do that. And if Nova does, then she's going to be in whatever. He could have just sat there and ate his food. He could have sat there and shut the hell up. He could have sat there and made his content. He didn't have to make that content about her, but he did. He took it upon himself to do so. So anyway, so ATM Richie isn't even out here like protecting his own name. It's not like, oh, don't blame me for anything, Nova, or else. It's like he could have just sat there and been quiet. But now he is getting pulled into it, at least in the court of public opinion. He's getting pulled into it, and for intimidating Nova, allegedly.
Time, bro. You gotta remember, bro. She supposedly awarded a state, right? They got control of it, right? So they might be facilitating that shit. Whole time, bro. Like, I don't know. We gonna get into it though, bro. We gonna, you know.
Damn, how long you been on the run? I've been on the run since I was 13.
I think this is the video where Nova is gonna be talking about me. And look, up there, she had 38 people in this live. I had no idea. Look how long it took me to even respond to this. This is 5 days ago. So I don't know how long before WIGTV saw this video and then responded to it, but it could have been like a week. You know, it could have been a week ago she made this live. I didn't catch the live. I wouldn't have caught the live. And this is going to be a theme. This is going to be a theme of my reaction to this particular part is if stuff don't come across my timeline, I don't know about it. However, when it comes across my timeline, that's when I know about it. And then that's whenever, say it with me, I have a duty to say something about it. Okay, so I didn't know about this. Never heard of it. Never heard of it until I saw it on my cousin's channel. So here's her live. 38 people were in it. And let's see what she has to say.
Damn, it's been like 3 years. I'm gonna be 16 next month, y'all.
So she said that she has been a runaway since she was 13. Now she's 15. She's going to be 16 in December, which is next month.
Link up. Yeah. I'm lying. Nigga, bro, T-boy, I'm finna block you. Stop hating. I'm not lying, bitch. You can go on Google and search up my miss report. That shit say 13 years old. Nova, who's the guy you posted on your story? That's S-Look. Long live S-Look, guys. Bye. Don't say no dumb shit on here because you'll get blocked. If it say long live S-Look, why the fuck are you asking who the fuck it is? Who the fuck do you think it is? The nigga name is on the story.
So you heard her, bro. She say she been on a run since she was 13, which is crazy, right? Because we seen a video where I guess DCFS or whatever had you was trying to apprehend her. Or
I did not
whatever,
see that. I don't think I saw
short,
that.
right? Is Tania, that was her whole point. She like, how is my daughter going to be a part of some case and I don't know nothing about it? But the whole time Nova ain't even under Tania custody.
So WIGTV is saying, hold on. How would Tania even know? How would Tania even know? Like legally, Nova is a ward of the state, which I don't know that to be for sure true. I don't know if Tania maybe got custody back. I have most certainly not been keeping up with the custody case and who has custody of who and what and where and how. And I do know that whenever Nova gets, or according to Nova, when she gets put into like group homes or, foster homes or whatever, she runs away. So I don't exactly know what the situation is, who's a ward of the state, who's not. However, if she is a ward of the state, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure that like terminates your parental rights. So I'm not sure that the state or whoever, the feds, whoever it is, would even have to make Tania aware. Also, I don't know if everything Tania says is trustworthy. Who knows? Tania could know for sure somebody's doing something and lie about it. I'm not saying that is what she's doing. What I'm saying is I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just telling you what's being reported.
If I'm not mistaken, bro, she under the state custody. So the state, like I said, they're probably the ones who urging her to, whatever have you. But it don't look like she participated in nothing, but that still don't mean she, she could be a witness still, but just on a move. They still ain't caught up to her type shit. But ATM Richie, he still got to face the repercussions for intimidating a witness. Type shit.
True.
What you gonna do for your birthday? I don't know. I don't know. When you finna smoke? I don't smoke no more. I just smoke vapes and shit now. I don't smoke weed no more. I don't. What? Shit, white lady, you can make a video about you calling CPS. Everybody trying to get them to catch you. Bro, yeah, smoke weed no more.
Okay, let me slow it down to normal speed. She's about to say the respond to the thing about the documentary I made. The documentaries, I guess. But I think she's only responding to one of them.
I don't. What? Shit, that white lady, you can make a video about you calling CPS. FBI trying to get them to catch you. Bro, yes, bro. That's the bitch that be getting my YouTube video.
She said, did you see the white lady that's been calling CPS and trying to get them to catch you? That's not true. I did not call CPS to try to get anybody to catch her. I called the law enforcement authorities because I saw child pornography, which is illegal material, on my timeline on Twitter. It has now been deleted. It has now, thank God, been taken down, and the account appears to have been suspended. I had no idea that that's what I was going to see when I went over there, and had I known, I would not have gone over there. But again, what's the theme? Let's say it together. Once it comes across my timeline and I'm assaulted with it against my will, that's whenever my duty to do something gets engaged. Okay. So just let's get it right. Let's get the facts right. I know there's it's probably very, very difficult. And I'm saying this in all sincerity. It's probably actually very difficult to even use her frontal lobe right now because there's no adults around her that have any interest in protecting her. So she probably is just very frazzled and complete fight or flight all the time. She clearly had to grow up at an unacceptably young age, and I would imagine that it's cortisol through the roof at all times, adrenaline, epinephrine, plus she's been taking mind-altering substances, including 420, TH, you know what, C, et cetera, et cetera. So factually, she's wrong. I am not trying to get CPS to pick her up. I've never called CPS to try to get CPS to pick her up. What I called CPS for was to get the illegal, traumatizing materials taken down. Now, again, listen carefully. Did I even say Nova posted it? No, I never have. I don't know who posted it. Anybody can make an account and call themselves anything and anybody. I have no idea who posted it and who's responsible, but I strongly hope the FBI is investigating, or the Department of Homeland Security, or the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, or the LAPD, although I'm not hopeful, or the cops I had to call down the street over here near Princeton. I mean, in any event, hopefully somebody is doing something about it, but I just want to be very clear on the facts. I did not call CPS to get them to pick her up. That's not my interest in any way. Okay, first of all, people are saying Nova did post it. Y'all have no idea. You have no idea, Danae Johnson, who posted it. How I know Danae Johnson didn't post it. How I know y'all didn't get it off of OnlyFans and post it yourself. I don't know. And I don't have interest in figuring it out. But anybody saying that a child is fast in here is a predator, and I hope that the Department of Homeland Security investigates your disgusting ass as well. Okay? So even if Nova posted, it doesn't matter. It's still illegal. So all I'm saying is I don't know who posted it, but I know for a fact it's illegal. And I know for a fact that I was going to keep reporting it until it got took down. Okay. And it did got taken down. Now, another factually incorrect statement that she makes about me. Again, I'm not even that mad about it. I really, honestly, I do not give a shit. I don't care at all. But I do want to just get the facts, right? She claims that I get her YouTube videos taken down. That's not true. I can actually show y'all all the videos that I have reported, which do include videos of hers, and they've not been taken down. So again, factually wrong. First factually incorrect statement was that I'm trying to get CPS to pick her up. Nope. Never tried to get anybody to pick her up. What I tried to get was illegal child pornographic material that has rewired and traumatized my brain. I'll never be the same after seeing that disgusting stuff. And I wish that I never saw it. I was trying to get that taken down. And at some point, it did get taken down. Now, I don't necessarily think it's because of me. Because if it was because of me, it wouldn't have taken days and days and days to get it taken down. In my opinion. But that being said, I just want to be clear with the facts. Okay. So additionally, I've never been able to successfully get a YouTube video of Nova's taken down. However, have I reported them? Yep. And again, let's do it one more time. If it comes across my timeline and it's illegal, I'm going to report it. Okay. So I'll give you an example. One of the videos I reported, it's still up. It has not been taken down. But in the video, Nova is doing a number of things which I believe are illegal, including driving a car without a license, because again, she's 15. I don't believe you can have a license at 15 in California, because somebody correct me if I'm wrong. She is doing what appear to be substances, inhaling what appears to be some type of gas from some type of canister, which I believe is illegal for a child to be doing, I believe. She is being solicited for yet another illegal activity by a man who offered her $60 off camera to participate in an illegal act. And so, yes, these things do seem to violate YouTube's terms, and they appear to be illegal activities involving a child. So I did report it. But I could tell you right now, last I checked, it wasn't deleted. All right. So it's factually inaccurate. It's an incorrect statement to say that I'm the lady that's gotten her YouTube videos removed. Now, that being said, I'm glad that somebody got her YouTube videos removed, because if they're anything like the ones that I have reported and been unsuccessful in getting removed, they needed to be removed because it was endangering a child. There was illegal activities going on in the video. And again, one more time, 5 more times, 11 more times. I don't know how many more times I'm going to say it. If it comes across my timeline, and I am assaulted with it, I will be reporting it. Ask me if I'm sorry. Nope. Ask me if I'll do it again. Yep. Ask me if I'll do it every time I see it on my timeline. Yep. If you don't want me reporting your stuff, don't put it on my timeline. You know where I'm never going to go? OnlyFans. You know where I'm never going to go? Backpage, Omegle, Zangy, Telegram, Kick. I'm never going over there. But if it's just floating around on YouTube or Twitter, oh yes, I'm reporting it every time. Not sorry. You know what? When I get off this lab, I'm going to report them videos again. I actually want to make it a true statement that I'm the lady that got the videos removed, because right now it's not a true statement. So just to be clear, let's listen further. Because if Nova's parents don't care about her and her safety, if the LAPD doesn't care about Nova and her safety, if Nova herself doesn't care about her safety, that's none of my damn business. When it's made my business, I care about her safety, and I'm going to do every single thing within my power legally to protect this child and anybody's child, anywhere that's thrust upon my timeline like this, that's made to be famous like this, and then I see illegal content, I'm going to report it just the same. I'm not sorry about it. I'm going to do it again. I will continue to do it. Yes, I will.
Fuck no more. I just smoke vapes and shit now. I don't smoke weed no more. I don't. What? See that white lady that used to make a video about you calling CPS FBI trying to get them to catch you? Bro, yes, bro. That's the bitch that be getting my YouTube video deleted. That bitch is really like the police, the real police.
The bitch is not really like the real police, because when I called the police, they couldn't give a flying rat's ass about you. They did not even want to hear it. So I'm not like the police. I care a little bit more about you than the police. That's the unfortunate reality. When I called the police, they acted like I was committing a crime by reporting child pornographic material. However, will I call the police? Yup. Did I call the police? Yup. Did I call the police LAPD? Yup. Did I call the police down the street from me? Yup. Did I call the FBI? Yup, about 3-4 times. Will I do it again? Yup. Don't let that stuff come across my algorithm.
But guess what, bitch? You can't do it for so long. You can't do it for so long because, like, bitch, if you just focus on me all day, that's like some creep shit now. Like,
yeah, so she talking about
this poor child. Poor thing. I mean, I don't blame her for being so confused. She thinks that me caring about her safety, she thinks that me calling and reporting these grown people abusing her is creepy. And it's because of the demonic, deranged degenerates that she has surrounding her. She don't know left from right, up from down, or frankly, right from wrong. And it's not her fault. That's why we as adults have to protect these children. It isn't creepy that I saw child pornographic material against my will and reported it to the law. That's actually the right thing to do. That's what we all have a duty as adults to do. And I'm not sorry about it. It's not creepy. No, it's not. You know what's creepy? Adam Grant Mason 1622 shoving a microphone in this little girl's face and having her say she ain't no snitch about a pimp on Figueroa that's facing Hoover indictment. That's facing, RICO indictment charges. That's creepy. You know what's creepy? You know what's on some creep shit? Mark Laita, pretending in my opinion, but he claims it's the truth, didn't notice that a 13-year-old child's areolas were out and showing invisible in a video he edited and posted on the internet. That's creepy. It's creepy that a grown man picked up this little girl when she's 13 years old, gave her alcohol, sexually assaulted her to the extent that it's statutory R word, and then sold her out to other people as property, like as a slave. That's creepy. Okay. So I can understand if you growing up in a situation where you got people like young Aunt Heffy out here saying these little girls be fast and grown and thrust themselves into the lifestyle. I mean, there was somebody even in my comments a while ago saying that Nova's fast. This is a child. Okay. And anybody saying Nova's fast, that's the creeps. All right. That's the creeps. But again, with adults like this around, how can a child know right from wrong? Her own mother is acting how she's acting. But again, it's not creepy. What I did isn't creepy. What I did is the right thing. And I know for a fact one day Nova will see that. And even if she don't, I don't actually give a flying rat's ass because it's not up to me how Nova feels. It's up to Nova how Nova feels. You know what's up to me? What I do. And I'm going to do the right thing, or I'm going to try my very best to do the right thing. And maybe I'm wrong sometimes. But when it comes across my algorithm, my timeline, I'm going to have to say something. I see something, I say something. I'm going to keep doing that. That's not creepy. That's the right thing. What's creepy is that adults have made this type of material with a child and allowed it to be posted online. And I had to be confronted with it in a way that was traumatic and traumatizing. Truly, like, there's a time in my life before I ever was exposed to child pornographic material against my will. And then there's like a time after. And there's like a moment that my brain was shattered. And it has to do with this child. That was creepy. The fact that Twitter didn't have a faster way to remove it, that was creepy. There's a lot of creep allegations to go around. But it's not me. I'm not creepy. And it doesn't bother me at all. It's like when somebody calls me ugly, it's like I have a mirror. Just try again. Or somebody calls me stupid. It's like, where'd you go to law school real quick before yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. So no, I'm not creepy. I'm like one of the least creepy people that there is. So it sucks because I think in Nova's world, like calling somebody a creep usually would scare them because so many people she's surrounded with are in fact and indeed creeps. So I'm not scared of that. I'm not a creep. They can run whatever checks they need on my hard drive. And indeed, in fact, they probably have. Ain't nothing saved on my shit. Nope. But I don't know if the same could be said about the creeps in Nova's life. Just saying. Okay, let's see what else.
Bitch, you can't do it for so long. You can't do it for so long because, like, bitch, if you just focus on me all day, that's like some creep shit now.
And again,
Yeah,
just
so
real
she
quick.
talking
Just real quick. Let me just check on some of these allegations real quick. Just to show, you know, I'm doing much more things than focusing on her all day. Let's check out what I have been doing. One day ago, here's me. Always check the roots. Y'all remember that inside joke? There's me on a tree. I wasn't thinking about Nova for 1 second while I took this photo shoot. You know, look at me. That's Government Street. Shout out to Baton Rouge. Look at me. You think I'm focusing on Nova right here? Nope. You think I'm thinking about Nova in this picture? I'm not. I'm not. Did I say anything about her at all that day? No. Nope, not this day either. Didn't think about her. Didn't talk about her. Didn't focus on her not one bit. Let's see. 3 days ago, am I talking about Nova? Nope. 4 days ago, am I talking about Nova? Nope. 6 days ago, am I talking about Nova? Nope. 8 days ago, am I talking about Nova? Nope. Nope. 10 days ago, am I talking about Nova? Nope. 11 days ago, am I talking about Nova? Nope. 2 weeks ago, am I thinking, focusing, or talking about Nova? Nope. 2 weeks ago, am I talking about Nova? Nope. 2 weeks ago, am I talking about Nova? Nope. Nope. My pawpaw? Nope. Like, you got to go back a month on my channel. I mean, when's the last time I talked about her? Here, right here. Right here. 2 weeks ago. So another factually inaccurate statement that I don't do nothing but focus on Nova. I haven't talked about Nova in weeks. Oops. Oopsie. Nope. Try again. Am I sorry? Nope. Still not. Still not sorry. Nope. Let's hear what else she had to say.
The surprise witness, man. My cousin BJ investigates, right? Of course she upset about that. She don't really understand, you know, her being her age. She don't understand where BJ coming from with it, trying to look out for her. Feel me? But it's, you know, Nova, her frustrations is, I mean, it seemed like, right, she got her, you know, and it's crazy to say, but it seemed like she got her little mind made up right now, bro. As of now, you know what I'm saying? And she don't, but it's a trip, bro, because it's, you know, it's a different avenue. Like, I could understand like are being upset at this different avenue or revenue stream being interrupted or whatever have you, but
so what WIGTV is saying is a reaction to the false statement that Nova made, which is that I got her YouTube video removed. I didn't. I did report it. I wish she did say a true statement. I wish I did get that shit removed. I wish that when I reported stuff, it did get removed, but it didn't. It didn't. And if the content you're trying to make money off of is you getting solicited for $60 by a grown man to have a certain type of intercourse, then it should be removed. I wish it did get removed, and I'm not sorry about it. Do not put that stuff on my timeline. It shows up on my timeline and I have to say something about it. 877 Swiss Miss said 100% you did the right thing. And I, at Nova's age, also was walking the streets, had a similar reaction to people showing that kind of care. But a few years later, and still now, I'm grateful someone did care. And that's good. And that's good. Yeah. And it's not only just looking out, it is reporting crimes, but it is looking out. I am looking out for her. It actually matters to me that like she isn't abused by these grown people. And there's really not much I can do. Y'all saw how they treat me when I try to call and report stuff. I mean, y'all saw how long it took for them to even do anything when I reported it on Twitter. And that was like highly illegal material. Y'all see that they don't delete the YouTube videos that I report. So, I mean, I really have very little power. But what power I do have to do something, I'm going to stand up to the fullest extent to report, yes, illegal activities being done against a child, but also things that I think are wrong and things that I think and believe are against the law. But yeah, I mean, to equate me to the police is funny. To say that I'm really like the real police, like for real. Ha! Yeah, freaking right. You saw how they hollered at me when I tried to call and report a crime. They said they don't respond to computer crimes.
This shit too far gone, bro. Long story short, I'm gonna keep it lit though.
No. That's it, bitch. You got to get over it one day, bitch. You just got to realize, bitch, I'm never gonna change, bitch. Yeah. So just get up.
It's almost kind of cute. I thought I wasn't never going to change when I was 14 and 15 too. I thought that too. Put a 1 in the chat if you thought you were never going to change at 15, but you in fact and indeed changed. And you started to realize that the creeps who were being creepy were being creeps. Because I remember, having a big crush on, a 20-year-old or something when I'm 15. And even the fact that that person showed me the time of day was disgusting. That was disgusting. So, we all think we're never going to change, and we do. And that should be allowed. You shouldn't be held to the reputation you make for yourself in front of millions of people when you're 14, 13 years old, 14 years old, 15 years old. You should be allowed to change. Nova don't have to think she's going to change. I'm not out here saying, just wait. I mean, kind of, I am a little bit, but like, she don't have to think she's going to change. She don't have to like me. She don't have to like me. She can actually hate me. She can call me a creep. She can factually, inaccurately report on the things that I say. I don't care. I didn't do it for Nova to be my friend. This isn't a YouTube best friend race. I did it because it's the right thing to do. And if Nova never comes around to seeing that things from my perspective, that it was the right thing to do, I actually don't care. I don't care. That makes no difference to me. It's not my business.
Why you don't smoke no more? Girl, you gonna still smoke weed. Bitch, if I said I don't smoke, I don't smoke. How you gonna tell me what the fuck I'm gonna do? Do you y'all be hearing the fuck? Bitch, I don't smoke weed no more. That shit is played out. That shit is boring. That shit is not. I don't even get high no more, nigga. I've been smoking since I was fucking 10 years old. Nigga. That shit is getting played the fuck out. Like, it's getting old, bro. Like, Jen Carr still trying to raise awareness, but she keep profiting off that shit too and making Mark seem like he just so bad. Exactly. That's what I don't like. Bitch, you trying to take Mark down, bitch.
Okay, this part I want to talk about. Because I think there's a setup brewing, and I just want to get it out there, okay? The very specific trying to take Mark down. Now, I was reached out to recently by a documentary company. Yay! Shame on you if you fooled me twice. I don't do documentaries. I have a platform. The Lord has seen it fit to give me 2 platforms where people listen to what I say over here. I don't need to go on nobody's documentary. Okay. I don't do documentaries. I ain't going on no documentary unless I'm the executive producer. Okay. I'm not doing a documentary. Okay. But a documentary company reached out to me continuously to be in a documentary that they're making on Mark Leta, everybody. Everybody, hello. Their announcement to make. They are making a documentary on Mark Leta. Yes, they are. I have the name of the company. I'm going to not say right now what it is, but maybe I will. Maybe I will. But they've reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to be in the documentary. No, I don't. No, I do not. I have a platform over here. Thank you. But then this other YouTuber reached out to me as well, like in tangent with this documentary company. I think it might have been the next day. And this YouTuber who really only has ever made videos about Mark Leta. I don't know that this person has really made much else on YouTube, and then just boom, out of nowhere went absolutely viral on YouTube. I always think that's odd when that happens, because I know firsthand and secondhand from lots and lots of YouTube friends how it organically works. You usually don't make one video and it's boom viral. Although sure, it happens sometimes. This person also reached out to me, and this person was like, oh, there's going to be a documentary and there's going to be a movement. And we need the number one goal of the documentary needs to be to take down, the movement needs to be to take down Mark Leta. Exactly verbatim what Nova just said. Take down Mark Leta. And I actually want to read y'all just because I feel like there's going to be a setup. I feel like a setup is in the works, just like that last hit piece documentary. The last hit piece documentary they tried to make on me. I think they're trying to do it again. Because remember, Mark Leta was at Lima's birthday party where the head of the that last documentary company, they were all together at Lima's birthday party. This person sent this long thing. Let me. He said, it's very long. In one sentence, this is a bolded sentence. I'm trying to be concise here, but there's just so much. The person said, bold. In one sentence, I'm proposing we deplatform Mark Leta. This person just sent me an email that said this, okay? And please don't share this information with anybody else, they say. I didn't sign no NDA. Don't bring me into your weird shit. Nope. I'm telling. Hello, everybody. They're trying to make a documentary and they were trying to get me in on it. Nope. No. Hey, Mark, if you're watching, hey, they're coming after you, buddy. I'll tell you what I said to him. I'll forward you the email. I don't give a shit. I don't care. You're not going to blame trying to deplatform somebody on me. No, you're not. Don't share this information with anybody else, this person emailed me. But I have a friend who's in upper middle management at Google. And he is working on a back channel means for accomplishing taking Mark Leta down. Hold on. Back channel? I don't want anything to do with this. No, thank you. I respond to him. Well, he said some other stuff. I told the documentary you were the number one person who she should talk to get a better grasp on Mark Leta. People can't do their own research. What do you know? I don't know. I don't work for free. No. I'm not the number one person that she should talk to get a grasp on Mark Leta. I'm not a freaking Mark Leta expert. I know about 2 things that Mark Leta's ever done. Maybe 3. The Lima story with the Manda Rab and all that. And a little bit with Nova and Tania and all that. I'm not a freaking expert on Mark Leta. I don't know nothing about that man. He said, I'm willing to make the statements that might incur significant legal risk so you don't have to take the chance of being sued again. What in the back channel alley back ass hell is this shit? No, I responded. I said, hey, I've been under the weather, not on top of my emails. Apologies. I received correspondence from the documentarian. And I told that person I was not interested in participating in any documentaries. And I told this person, I said, I would caution you and any other YouTuber who is communicating with documentaries as well that they are not always what they appear. Beyond that, I want to be very clear that while I do not support Mark Laita's actions, nor do I think he is a good or moral person, I do not advocate for settling differences by impeding upon others' free speech rights. Y'all are not going to hear me out here saying people need to get deplatformed. I don't like to do that. Want to know why? I say a lot of stuff people don't like. What's to stop somebody from back channeling me at Google? If I'm out here advocating to deplatform people whose things they're doing I don't agree with, what's to stop the next person from doing that to me? I'm not participating in no back channel, back alley bullshit. No. And I'm reading y'all my response to this email because I want to make it very clear. I am not trying to take down Mark Laita as Nova has falsely claimed. I don't know who told her that sentence. Maybe she just so happened to just say it out loud at the same exact time that a documentary's in the works and they're trying to put me as some orchestrated fake leader. Is this how it happens? Is this how fake leaders get co-intel installed? I don't know. I wouldn't know because I told him I wasn't interested. And I remain not interested. There's not an amount of money they could pay me. I don't want anything to do with it. Because today it's deplatforming Mark Laita. And tomorrow it's going to be deplatforming me. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. I say a lot of stuff people don't like. It's free speech. Now, is Mark putting the little girl with the, top, all that showing and all that free speech? Personally, I don't believe so. But he's innocent until proven guilty. And if he's committed crimes, then he should be investigated accordingly. But y'all aren't going to get me back channeling somebody through a documentary. I've already been a victim of a hit piece documentary. What I'm going to look like being taking a documentary and putting it on somebody else? That's stupid. What? No. Maybe someone of lesser morals, maybe someone of lesser principles, but they're barking up the wrong tree. I said, I want to be very clear. While I do not support Mark Laita's actions, nor do I think he is a good or moral person, I do not advocate for settling differences by impeding upon others' free speech rights. I do not condone using back channels to take away people's free speech either. And I find it rather alarming that you would reach out to me, a stranger, with such a scheme. Yes, I am reading this quote for quote from my email. I said, I would caution you from doing any such back channeling, as the legalities of such are questionable at best, and morally, it's not really a good idea either. Best of luck in your future endeavors. Okay, so he emails me back some bitchy little thing, and whatever, he can be mad, but I'm not going down for nobody. I'm not going down for nobody, and I don't need nobody's documentary. The Lord has seen it fit to give me a little platform, and these are all the people that the Lord has decided need to be hearing what I have to say right now. Okay. I already tried one time to get my side of the story out on a documentary, and it was a fraudulent hit piece. Okay. I ain't doing that no more. Shame on you if you fool me twice. All right. So I just want to be very clear. I'm not trying to take down Mark Laita, Nova, and anybody else who might be trying to perpetuate that false statement. In fact, and indeed, I just read you what I say to people when they try to get in my inbox trying to tell me to do just that.
Dan Carson trying to raise awareness, but you keep profiting off that shit to make it Mark seem like he just so bad. Exactly. That's what I don't like. But you trying to take Mark down.
No,
bitch.
I'm not. Try again. Try again, Mark, or whoever put this little girl up to saying this, because I ain't trying to take nobody down, especially Mark Laita. No, I'm not. I just read y'all the email. They were trying to make a documentary. They tried to get me in on it. I said no. Another YouTuber tried to get me in on it, talking about you're the perfect person to be the face of it. I'll take the legal. Please. Oh my God. What in the scheming ass hell is that? Get out of here. I ain't trying to take Mark Laita down. No, I'm not.
It is boring, nigga. That shit boring. You just smoking the smoke. What the fuck am I smoking for? To get high? Nigga, I'm not even high no more. The fuck? I think that's my nigga. What?
Yeah, man, this ain't good, bro. She ain't good, bro. She feel like BJ is overstepping her boundary. But you being a minor, right, or whatever, how you her being an adult, she trying to do her 1 2, bro. You her. That's where I was gonna go with it before I started. You know what I'm talking about? She said she ain't gonna never change, bro. So, bro, it's like I was gonna say, while BJ shutting down like reporting certain YouTube videos or whatever that might be out of pocket. I'm saying, like, as far as Nova, like, she might be doing something out of pocket in the video. I can understand where she's coming from. But if Nova was looking at it like, oh, well, I could be doing this instead of doing this, it's like the YouTube and all that shit. And I'm like, okay,
Just
well,
to be very
yeah,
clear,
but you know,
if Nova was making a video about her going to the nail salon and playing double dutch or something, I would never report that. If Nova was even just sitting down and like just talking about her life, I would not report that. I guess, you know, at this point should be allowed to do that. It's that there's like men off camera saying they'll give her $60. It's that she's huffing from a canister. It's not like a day in the life vlog, okay? It's illegal activities or what appear to be illegal activities happening. And I'm going to, if I see something, I'm going to say something. So if she wants to do like a get ready with me and she's doing her makeup and eating gummy bears, what would I have to report? So again, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not really going to even explain myself further. If I see something, I'm going to say something. If it's innocent children activities, I usually am like, okay, whatever. It's the fact. Yeah, they tried to use me. Is this how plants get installed? No, not it. No, Try again, because it ain't. Nope. Ain't gonna be me. Nope. You're not getting me.
and then you got to do it right too, though. You still can't be trying to solicit. But she got her, like I say, man, seem like she got her little mind made up and shit, bro. It's tricky, bro. It really is. But I'm gonna tell you, Nova, BJ, she means well for sure. Like anybody speaking on it, I feel, you know, bro, trust me. I know, you know what I'm saying? Coming from whatever type circumstances, it be like certain shit be like normalized. It's hella, bro. Certain shit be normalized and it be what it be, bro. I will say this, ATM Richie. This shit ain't good, fool. I don't know if you know or not, bro, but you went up there to the Fed quarters, no bumper, you know what I'm talking about, and you was up there acting, putting on a good show, bro. Federales must ain't think it was a good show. If that's really what he down for, because there'd be a lot of, they'll say anything, bro. You know what I'm talking about? But remember what happened with Blood, right? When he started off strong. He told the niggas not to drop the soap and worry about him, this, that, and the third. Now he in PC, and Blood say he can finna get yanked on. That's what Baby Bray say. Baby Bray's chimed in on these matters. We finna get into that in a second, bro. It's really a trip, though, like that. If ATM Richie is in prison right now, I'm gonna say clout is a hell of a drug for one. I'm sure he didn't think he was doing nothing wrong, but you on the phone with fool talking about this, that, and her mama better do this, that, bro. That ain't sound like a joke. Especially, see, it ain't sound like a joke because you in communication with somebody in the case, and you was playing a lot of games, ATM Richie, and it looked like you about to have to put on the go rolly too, bro. Let's get into this shit.
Hey man, you already know, ill. Tapping on the who's, man, we going crazy. VM. I'm saying, look, man, you know, I don't want no problem. I ain't starting nothing but look. Bad homie.
Okay.
If it causes problems, that's
So let me get into a little bit of the stuff that I found with the ATM Richie. Okay. So just to like close off the whole Nova thing, I actually think Nova is brilliant. I think she's incredible. I think that it's never too late. It's never too late to turn your life around. I think she has the right to feel at 15 years old like she's never going to change, and this is who she is, and this is the life she's chosen. She has the right to think that she's a child. I mean, I don't know. I think I wanted to be a fairy princess when I was 15 or something. I mean, she's allowed to express herself however she wants to express herself. Here's the issue. Whenever I see child pornographic material come across my Twitter, I'm going to be reporting it to the feds. I'm going to be reporting it to any and everybody that I have to report it to in law enforcement in order to get it taken down. I'm not sorry about it. I'll do it again. I'll do it again. And I would do it again. I'm not sorry. And I would do it again. And I think if y'all ever have the horrible misfortune of seeing anything like that against your will as well, I would encourage you to report it to the feds as well. So that's pretty much what I have to say on that specific topic. And then let's move on to the actual like ATM Richie aspect of things. Again, that is this guy right here. And this was 5 years ago. This was February 2020. They got him in the S Workers video. He was just going by the name ATM at the time. Okay. Thank you so much to Tina Bailey, member for 3 months. Thanks so much to Cass for the $1.99 super chat, checking in from Connecticut. Love everything you do. Shout out to you. Clayton, thank you for the $2 super chat. It's a shame Nova didn't like your advocacy, BJ. And it ain't a shame to me. That ain't my business. What Nova, the 15-year-old, thinks about my advocacy is none of my business. What is the right thing to do when confronted with an issue is my business. And I did it and I'd do it again. Thank you for the $2. Thank you, Sarita, for the $1.99 Canadian super sticker. Thanks so much, Shay B, for the $4.99. Thank you for being amazing and looking out for Nova. Documentary was trash. My takeaway was you are so cute. Exactly. I mean, that's the only fact that I think they put in there. Thank you for the $1.99. Thank you, Sarita, for the $2 Canadian. We rebuke everything trying to silence you. Thank you. Thank you. Where's my bell? Why won't ring? There you go. And thank you, New Life Plan, for the $4.99 super chat. NDAs don't gag illegal activities, and neither does our moral compass. So sorry. Yep. Period. Thank you for the $4.99. Shout out to my cousin John Miles in the chat. It should be reported. Yes, it should be reported. See something, say something, everybody. See something, say something. Okay. So this ATM Richie, let me pull up my timeline. Okay. So here, hold on. Here is the booking record. And that was the same one from the beginning here. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. The WIGTV video had this name. Now, I don't know if this is ATM Richie's birth certificate name. I'm going to tell y'all why I think it is right here on the WIGTV video that we just watched. It is linked. Again, it is linked down in the comments down below. It's this video right here. It's from 4 days ago. The real reason ATM Richie in jail and Nova goes off on BJ. So the beginning of this video right here, see this on the damn homie show? That's what he was responding to. Look right here. The booking number 710-9665. And remember, she was like, he's in jail. People thought he was unalive. This is the information that I got from this video. Okay. So using this information, they're saying that ATM Richie's real name is Javon William. Okay. See, it doesn't say Williams. This is one of the inconsistencies here, because when I go to the booking record, I have that same number up, 710-9665, Javon William or Jovan William, the same birthday, all that. Arrest date, October 15th, 2025. That was about 2 or 3 weeks ago, right? Today is November 4th. They arrested him at 11:15 in the morning, and he was arrested by the LAPD South. Now, he was arrested on October 15th. Arrested. But for what? Let's look. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure I'm not showing like anything to like I don't want to show the address they're holding him at and stuff like that, just for YouTube rules and stuff. I just want to make sure I'm above board on everything. But look at this. No bail. Total hold bail amount $0. No bail. He's not no bail. Okay. Now this is about 3 weeks ago. Housing location a CJ. I don't know what that means. Okay. Next court date is going to be at 8:30 in the morning on the 10th. So in 6 days. 8:30 in the morning, and it's for this case right here. Next court case. Okay. Pay attention, all right? Because I spent hours today trying to figure out and follow the trail of what exactly he's even in jail for. Because I'm trying to, suss out, basically, I'm trying to fact check what the guys are saying. Like, is it about Nova? Is it about something else? What's going on here? Because remember, again, ATM Richie was not indicted with the Hoovers. He was not indicted with the Hoover indictment RICO. He was not arrested with them as far as I could tell, but he did already have his own kind of like cases going on. Now, I want to show y'all some of the work that I did. This is a work in progress. This is not in any way fully complete, but I did go ahead and start a web. Okay, so let me show you the web I started. This is ATM Richie web. Javon and This is how they spell it. In my experience, is not how you would normally see the name Antoine spelled. It would either be Tionne here. That actually says like Antone. So I don't know if this is supposed to be Antoine. Again, they had put his name as William, his last name as William on some things, and then it's as Williams on some. So ATM Richie, this is my web. This is just notes. Okay. This should not be taken as facts. This is just a brain map or whatever, right? So we have court information. We have civil court information where he has actually been sued for temporary restraining orders before in the family or in the civil division. And then there's also the criminal cases he has dealt with. Now, as of today, I pulled this up, and there are 3 separate booking events with the name Jovonn, Jovonn. This, in my opinion, and from what I've seen, is a unique way of spelling the name Jovonn, which usually is spelled with an A. However, this is like Jovonn, which in my opinion is like a unique way of spelling it. And again, all 3 of these booking records have the unique way of spelling. I suppose Antoine, maybe it's Antone. Sorry, I've never seen it spelled like this. It looks like Antoine, but like without an I. And then like with an extra N. I really don't know. But all of them have the same birth date. And this one was from 2 years ago. He was 35. This one's from when he was 36. This one's when he was 37. Okay. So 3 different inmate bookings. So I'm trying to look at, this is just my notes as I was going through here. This is the booking page that we just looked at, where they have no bail. He has no bail. The permanent housing number was assigned on October 25th. And the next court date is on November 10th. But what is the next court date for? What's it for? Well, it's attached to this case from 2024. And that's what I was showing y'all in the on the booking record. So let me pull that back up. This one right here. Next court case, 8:30 in the morning, 6 days from now. On this case right here, 24, A as in Apple, V as in Valentine, C as in Charlie, F as in Foxtrot, 01516. So that is the court case that this is attached to. Okay. Again, they do cite that court number here, no bail. Now, I want to go to the events. So what we were just now looking at was the booking record for the inmates at the who are incarcerated. The people who are incarcerated, that's what we were just looking at. That was like the police jail record. What I'm going to pull up now is the court case access. All right. And that is here, criminal case access. Arrest date. He was actually arrested a year ago for this case. Remember? 24AVCF 01516. Remember, that was the number that we saw. Next court case is that 24AVCF 01516. Okay, now we're on the court site, on the court website, 24AVCF 01516. So from these 2 comparisons, it appears to me like this court date coming up in 6 days, less than a week, is the same case as this one right here. The people of the state of California versus Jovonn Williams. See how they have an S here? It's Williams here, but over here it's William. I do just want to point that out. However, the case numbers do line up. So I don't know if it's an alias. I really am not sure, but this is a pretty unique case identifier, 24AVCF01516. Okay. So here we are on the court website. Now, what was this case? The people of the state of California versus Jovonn Williams. Well, it started all the way back. Oh, shoot. Girl, hold on. All right, so I'll show you how to look it up. So you will know. What was that case number? Let's copy that. 24AVCF01516. You can go right over here. It'll say case number. You put it in like that. You press search. It takes its time. Okay. So Starting all the way at the bottom down here, the first court date that there was the arraignment and plea. Now, this was over a year ago. This is October 2024. We're all the way in November 2025 at the time of this live that I'm doing right now. 10 days later, they had a preliminary hearing. They had some preliminary hearings. They had arraignment again here. This was exactly a year ago today, November 4th. There was a hearing, but then he continued. There was proceedings, pretrial conference. Okay. So by January this year, so earlier this year, there was probation and sentencing. So he, I think, pled guilty to 2 things, and then 2 things dropped, and then a few things dropped away. Now, he's in February, he did a progress report where he was, checked in with the court. Everything was fine. In May, they did a progress report. Seems like everything was fine. And then May 30th, 2025, it appears that there was some type of bench warrant that went out. I don't know how to exactly read this docket, y'all, just to be very clear. I'm not an expert on these dockets, but I'm just showing y'all what I'm reading here on the public website. I showed y'all how to access it. This is a public website. Now, July 17th, some things start popping off. Possible violation of probation. July 17th, same date, bench warrant hearing. But then it looks like he was still allowed to stay out. Maybe he didn't violate the probation. I'm really not sure. August 27th, he has another progress report. And then everything seems fine until October 20th, which is about 2 weeks ago. Possible violation of probation. Then the very next day, October 21st, possible violation of probation. October 22nd, possible violation of probation. And then again, October 24th, possible violation of probation. So I don't know what all these different things are. Like over here in the result, it's like they didn't actually hold the hearing. So that led me to start clicking around and just try to figure out, what is this about? Because I'm trying to figure out what this has to do with Nova. Because we're talking about him getting in trouble and being held, arrested in October this year for something that happened in October last year that he's already gotten out on probation on. Like, I'm just trying to figure it out. So before I go to the next tab, I just want to show y'all the next hearing is 11/10. That's November 10th. And it's called Setting of Violation Hearing. And it's going to be in Department A18. Now, what is a setting of violation hearing? That is where the prosecutors are saying he violated his probation. And they're going to bring evidence of that to the judge, or, in this hearing. However, the actual next court date, I think, is just to set a hearing date. They're going to come to the court. They're going to say, Your Honor, these are the reasons we think we need to have a hearing. Please set a hearing. The judge is going to set a hearing date. So I don't think it's going to be really decided. I think, on this next date, I think it's the prosecutor's going to have to try to prove something. But look right here. I'm under the bail tab now. And again, remanded to custody. This happened all the way back in October last year. In custody. He remained remanded all the way until around February earlier this year. It says remains on own recognizance. So he was released. It looks like he was released. He was allowed to stay out February, March, April, May. But May he's on probation. July on probation. August on probation. And then a warrant is set for him. It's a couple weeks ago. Just a couple weeks ago. And then October 24th, so just a week before Halloween, he's remanded to jail and there's no bail. Okay. Now, the sentencing that happened, if anybody actually knows how to read this, I don't. Okay. But they sentenced him on that day. That remanded no bail. This was this year, October 24th. He's been fighting this case since last year. This is a 2024 case. Again, nothing in here says anything about Nova. What he actually was sentenced on was this right here, dissuading a witness from prosecuting a crime. Formal probation, he was on 3 years, but it says status is remains revoked. Confinements, high term at state prison, term duration 2 years as to count 1. Defendant is sentenced to 2 years state prison consecutive to the principal term. I don't really know exactly what I'm looking at here. I'm just reading it. He has another charge here, charge 6, injuring a spouse, cohabitant, fiance's, boyfriend, girlfriend, or child's parent. Probation for 3 years remains revoked. Then they also want to put him in some type of program, community labor, program, domestic violence program. Again, y'all, they don't really give us a whole lot of details. And if you really don't exactly know what you're looking at, like me, here's the register of actions. Again, starting all the way back in October last year, he pled not guilty. Back last year, October 2024, there was a few preliminary hearings. He pled not guilty to information indictment exactly a year ago today, November 4th, 2024. And these are the things he was accused of. Okay, finally, I'm just showing y'all how I found this information. Kind of like retracing my steps, retracing the live investigation, the previous investigation on the live. But these are the 6 charges that he was originally facing. Now, he did not get found guilty of all these, did not plead guilty to all these, but it was 6. The first one, charge 1, was dissuading a witness from prosecuting a crime. Now, that one I think he did end up taking a plea on. Charge number 2, disobeying domestic relations court order. That one fell off. Charge number 3, dissuading a witness from prosecuting a crime. So was it 2 separate witnesses? Again, he did not plead on this one. I think this one fell away. He was found, I think not found not guilty, but I don't think he was fully prosecuted on this one. It was charge number 1 and charge number 6 that I believe he pled guilty on. Pre-trial conference. Progress report happened in May this year, and then not 10 days, 11 days goes by, and boom, bench warrant in May. So what happened? I mean, that's one of my questions. Maybe one of my cousins knows. Maybe one of y'all know. What happened around May 2025 where he had all of a sudden needed a bench warrant? Then there was a possible probation violation. Again, these are things we already went over, but this is a different tab. This is the register of actions. July this year. Then August this year, he did a progress report, and then all of a sudden on the October 20th, 21st, 22nd, 24th, a bunch of stuff, right? The 20th, possible violation of probation. 21st, possible violation of probation. Again, it says not held. So I guess they didn't have hearings on those. But then the very next day, he did have a hearing, held a proceeding on the possible violation of probation. And then on the 24th, possible violation of probation. So then take that together with this, the 25th, which is the very next day, he was assigned permanent housing in a jail in California with no bail. Okay. Now he does have a hearing on this no bail situation coming up. But all of this is stemming from that 2024 case. And that led me to going and looking into any civil, because like in criminal cases, you can't get the paperwork online. You have to go in person. So what you can get online is civil. It's public records, civil cases. So I did go and pull those up. So let me pull up the web again. I made this web myself in freeform. Again, this is just a mind map. Please do not take this as fact. But I do tell y'all where I get all that stuff from. So I did check here. Okay, so I checked today. Look, as you can see right here, information current as of today, 11/4/2025. It does appear that he is still considered to be an inmate. He was arrested on the 15th of last month. And it appears he is still in jail. Now, this is confusing to me because his Instagram account is posting stories, but hasn't posted any actual new updates on the account itself other than stories since about October 12th or so. Okay, so here's the inmate info, 3 different inmate bookings. Most recent one, remained in no bail, setting violation hearing. That one's coming up on the 10th. So let me go over to the civil. Okay. So that brings me to the civil cases. All right. Because remember, one of those things on the ATM Richie charges was intimidating a spouse or a domestic partner or et cetera, et cetera. And I'm like, and violating or disobeying a court protective order. So I'm like, all right, well, let me go look up the court protective orders. And I was already planning on getting off of here because like I have my other premieres lined up. So I do have about 10 more minutes here. So I'll get to what I can. If y'all are interested in more information on this, I can do another live going through like all the different documents because I was able to get them. But as you can see, starting in 2017, all the way through 2024, this same person, Jovan Williams, spelled like that, which I do believe is pretty specific, especially here, the middle initial A, Antone or Antoine. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but you know, that same name that we have been looking at. I'm not exactly sure if this is the same person or not. So I just want to be very clear. I guess there could be two Jovan Williamses. I'm not really sure. Is it William or Williams? Because those two names are different based on the same booking number. I just want to be very clear. Like, I don't want to be accusing somebody doing something that they're not even standing accused of. Okay. All I want to do is report on public records and be very, very clear when I don't know something for sure. So this Jovan A. Williams, I believe is the same one. I think this is who's supposed to be ATM Richie. And you can see starting in 2017, he's been facing a lot of domestic violence, restraining orders. These are temporary restraining orders, etc. Now, I personally am a victim myself of false allegations in the state of California by some lunatic who pretended I was stalking them. Okay, so I'm very sensitive to the fact that any criminal or idiot or lunatic or demon can say any lie in a court. Okay. I'm very intimately aware of that. All right. So that being said, just showing y'all what's up here. Starting in 2017, somebody was trying to get a restraining order. Now, again, if y'all are interested in going through who was trying to get a restraining order and what the resolution was, we can get into that. But it is, from what I could tell, at least 4 of these 5 that we're looking at, and it might be all 5, but I think one of them did go through. 4 of these 5 restraining orders, one was in 2017, one was in 2019, 2 were in 2023 by different people, and then one was in 2024. At least 4 of these were not prosecuted. So what that means is it's not a criminal thing, right? It's a civil thing. Like if you want to get a restraining order against somebody, right? Domestic ex domestic partner, et cetera, et cetera. Somebody lives with you, roommate, spouse, something like that. Then what you would do is you go and you try to get it from the court. It's not exactly criminal though. It's just between 2 private individuals. And what you usually do, you apply for the restraining order first. Sometimes they'll give you a temporary one, sometimes they won't. And then you get set a court date at some point within a couple weeks, a few weeks, within 30 days or 10 days or whatever. You get set a court date to go in and prove your case if you're the one trying to get the restraining order. Well, you actually have to show up to that if you're trying to get the restraining order. If you don't show up, then the restraining order is probably not going to get permanent. So in at least 4 of these 5 over the past, 5 years or so, 4 of them, that incident happened where, somebody went through the trouble of filling out, trying to get a restraining order against ATM Richie. And then the court date rolls around to like show up to court and tell the judge. And then the person, the plaintiff just don't show up. Now I was able to find 2 separate attempts of getting restraining, or 2 separate people trying to get restraining orders against him. One of them was a family member and one of them was a domestic partner. I cannot say if, what they were saying in these restraining order applications was true or not, but I have reason to believe this one right here, the May 5th, 2024 one, or maybe it was this one right here. One of these 2 actually went through. And from where I am in my research right now, it appears that would be the stuff he ended up getting criminally charged for. Like maybe there was a domestic violence order. He violated it. He violated a restraining order somehow. And by doing so, he ended up putting himself in the situation where the cops are then coming after him. Now, one thing that I do just want to say is, even after, an hour and 25 minutes of this live, we still never actually got confirmation any of this has anything to do with Nova. All right. And, people like to blame everybody and anybody for using this child for clout and for clicks and for profit and for this and that. Maybe that's going on here. Maybe everybody's just saying something has to do with Nova because somebody started that as, for clout. I don't see anything. I don't see anything having to do with Nova. The two things that I saw from here, these domestic violence restraining order attempts, like I said, one was a family member of ATM Richie, and one was a former domestic partner, like a girlfriend type of thing. They dated. Okay. One was a family member and one was they dated. Neither one of them was Tania Wallace. Neither one of them was Nova or her, government name. And Crispy Treats said, I thought that the state prosecutes regardless of what the witness says. They can, but not always. Yeah. So thanks so much, Gabby, for the $1.99 super chat. Please check out Yumeng Long case. It's crazy. Okay. I haven't even heard of that. I don't know if it's central justice, if it's county jail. I don't know what CJ means truly. Now one thing too, I find to be interesting is everybody's been accusing this guy, PK4, P4K, whatever, of allegedly trafficking Nova. I've always had my suspicions on whether or not that could be true, because in the indictment, the one person who stands accused of trafficking a 14-year-old, which is how old Nova would have been during the time present, was Amaya Armstead, the supposed leader of the Hoovers. She's the one who's being accused, again, innocent until proven guilty. I don't know if people can be accused of anything. I don't know her. I've never met her. Maybe she did it. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes on in court. But the PK4 guy isn't even accused in the paperwork of trafficking a 14-year-old. That's the first issue that I've had with PK4 being the one did it. Plus, on top of that, Nova and her mom both say they don't even know who PK4 is. But I do remember Nova saying one guy's name who she claims ficked her, and she called him Antoine. Now, is Antoine the same as Antone? But ATM Richie, it appears his real name is Jovan William or Jovan Williams. Nothing to do with Richie or Richard. Jovan Antone William. Jovan Antone Williams. Jovan Antoine. I don't know exactly how you would pronounce that. And again, anybody can be accused of doing anything. I didn't see ATM Richie. I didn't see PK4 doing any of this stuff. Let me be very clear. People are innocent until proven guilty. But I do think it's interesting that ATM Richie's birth certificate name don't seem to have anything to do with Richie, or obviously an ATM. I do find it interesting that Nova has a money bag tattoo on her face. ATM. I find it interesting that ATM Richie has a money $sign on his nose and a dollar crown on his face, and his middle name kind of looks to be and appears to be something like Antoine. So is it really PK4 who was doing for King to Nova, or is it someone named Antoine? I don't know. These are things to think about. Okay. These are just things to think about. Now, I want to let y'all know we have a whole full night of entertainment planned for you tonight. So after this live, we're going to go over right now to BJ Investigates. We're going to get into, as Nicki Minaj has demanded, we're going to get into the Demore Hadley docket. If you liked this video, this live, and you want me to go through the ATM Richie restraining order requests that I did find, those 5 different ones going back from 2017 to 2019 to 2023 to 2024, make sure to leave a comment down below. After the next video on Demore Hadley on BJ Investigates, there's going to be the world premiere of A Squirrel is Acting Up music video, a very long time coming. And then after that, we are going to go over to my last and final video of the night, which is on me and my fiance's travel channel of me and him going to Louisiana to attend a graduation and all of that. So I'll see y'all in the chat. And that's all I really had for this one. In the meantime, facts ain't defamation, neither are opinions, and everyone is innocent until proven guilty. Love you, mean it. Okay, bye.